were celebrating his death after maybe how many years or something, that I got to know that, oh, really? We never knew. So what am I saying is that it's good if God blesses you with a boy. Just make sure that that boy carries your values, your good values. Because we also know some people that are good, but even the boy that they are proud of, that yes, you can continue my name, spoils the name. You understand? I remember,
Yeah.
I remember a particular musician. I won't mention the name. If anybody can decode it, can decode it. You know, the song was seen online. You know, to be struggling, fighting, and all that. And a lot of people were saying that, what happened? Is this what your father left? You understand? So, what am I saying is that, in as much as we truly desire, you know, everybody wants it, and I think it's just a social cultural thing. It's just a cultural thing. We also know women, girls that are standing up for their family. Some of them would even use their their father's name, you know, because they have, that name has been attributed to success, particularly in the academic environment. Probably they got their PhD, their doctorate degree, and things like that with their father's name, and they continue. Even by law, it is not a must that when you marry, you change. It is only when you want to change your name.
Oh, let me tell
You
them. Yeah.
understand? Exactly. It's not mandatory. It's only when you want to that you can say, yes, I want to drop my maiden name and pick up my husband's. And that's why you find the likes of Joker Silva. I mean, there are many others I can't just remember now, that even
Mhm.
in theater, whatever it is, they
Yeah.
continue. So what
Yeah.
is all this that we are talking about? We are only saying that, men, please do not stress your wife.
Hmm.
You understand? If God gives you a girl, female, please pour everything into them. Let them represent your lineage. That
Hmm.
when anywhere they are, they will be proud to say, oh, my father's name is this. I can say,
Hmm.
oh, you are the child of, okay, yes, I can see your father's DNA. But most importantly, we're also saying that even you yourself, can you leave a legacy in your name? Can
Hmm.
people know you by your name? Yes,
Hmm.
not everybody will have a global reference, no doubt
Yeah.
about that. But even in your community, when they mention your name, what can they say about it?
Hmm.
In your church, in your mosque, wherever you go to worship, when they mention that name, what can they say about it? Will
Very
it
true.
will it be the name that, that one that is always causing trouble? I don't want that. Or is it that name that, oh yes, I know him, very quiet, but hey, he's a problem solver. Oh, is very intelligent, very, very
Hmm.
intelligent. Like,
Hmm.
I was discussing about somebody. I was saying that, oh, that lady, she's very, very intelligent, and truly she is. But what if she does not like what you are doing? The way she will pull you down, and everybody knows. So
Hmm.
nobody wants to stay around her at all. Nobody wants to have a wahala, because
Hmm.
she will use her mouth to pull you down. You understand? But when she talks, everybody bows. Everybody knows that she's very intelligent.
Somebody
You know,
has spoken. Please hold
exactly.
that thought. Let's go on this break. And then when we come back, we'll continue the conversation. You're still tuned into Women Radio 91.7 FM. This is Her Lens. Do not go anywhere.
Ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì rẹ ní www.betterplay.ng tàbí kí o tẹ *347*154#. O ní àǹfààní láti ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì 20. Bí o bá ṣe ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tó ni owó tí o jẹ yóò ṣe pọ̀ tó.
Bí o bá fẹ́ mọ bí ó ṣe ń lọ, tẹ̀lé wa lórí Facebook @betterplay àti Instagram @betterplayng. Àkókò ti tó fún ọ láti jẹ owó yìí.
Better Play, Better Times. O lè jẹ́ olówó tuntun lónìí. Ìyíkoto yìí wà fún àwọn tí ọjọ́ orí wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọdún 18 lọ sókè kí o sì fi èrò sí i.
Smart mama.
Yes.
What are you making?
I'm making breakfast plus Peak 456 growing up milk.
Breakfast plus Peak 456 growing up milk. It is fortified with DHA to support brain development. Cereal. Just mean it. Also has calcium, vitamin D, and high quality protein to make your kids grow strong. I love it. I will start nourishing my children with Peak 456 growing up milk, fortified with DHA to support brain development.
Grow up strong and smart with Peak 456 growing up milk every day.
Are you a business owner, freelancer, or salary earner in Lagos State? Taxes are not just bills to pay. Taxes are investments to develop your Lagos and your future. Women Radio, WFM 91.7, in partnership with Lagos Internal Revenue Service, LIRS, bring you Tax Radio every Wednesday at 5 p.m. and every Friday at 6:05 p.m. Tax experts on your tax rights and tax obligations in Lagos. Tax Radio with LIRS on Women Radio, WFM 91.7, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 6:05 p.m. Empower yourself with your tax rights and obligations in Lagos.
Smart Minds with Kiki, where learning brings fun every Saturday. Tune in and learn a bunch. Hey kiddies, guess what? Smart Mind is here and it's a fun-filled show for kids like you and I. Let's go! Let's go! Join Kiki on Smart Mind every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. on Women Radio 91.7 for a fun time. You get to participate in brainy quizzes and learn about new books with lots of laughter. Let's connect and learn new things together. We will learn and grow together on Smart Mind. Follow me on Instagram at Smart Mind with Kiki for updates and amazing content. Smart Mind every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. with Kiki on Women Radio 91.7. Where kiddies get a weekly dose of fun time on your Women Radio 91.7. Don't miss it.
Here we go.
3, 1.
For nobody.
I feel that there's some sort of lack of professionalism in this because we're talking about 100 lives.
Government has also put in place a structure to make it look like what they have in mind.
Join us on our land to Women Radio 91.7 FM.
How do we stop crime in the society? Because at the end of the day, if a man cannot provide for his wife anymore, he looks for other means.
Our land every Monday to Friday by 9:05 a.m. as women across Nigeria tackles trending issues, one honest, thought-provoking discussion at a time. Because when women speak, the world listens.
Welcome back. You're welcome to Her Lens on Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and girls. We are live on YouTube as well at WFM 917. My name is Fumi Bangbala. I'm joined with one of the ladies of Her Lens community and family, Buki Femi Ajala. Before we went on the break, we were talking about, how in this day and age, men are still asking for male children from their wives, forgetting that the X and Y chromosome is with them. But I also understand that if you as a wife, if you're not educated as well, it might be difficult to say, but Ogana, you they give me the chromosome now. But then we also have women who think that they are incomplete if they have girls. And if they want to have a boy, so you will see a family of 5 girls because you can obviously tell that they were looking for a boy. Let's not lie, let's not steal. You see, and then the irony of life is you also see a family of boys because they were looking for a girl. Adam Smith said it, that the wants of man are insatiable. So even if you have two boys, you say you want to have a girl to complete it because you want to have the feeling of a girl child. You have two girls now, you say no, the family never completes because you never see boy. Which way? And the second part of the conversation is your name is actually what is important. What legacy are you leaving by virtue of your name? If your name is Ajanle Koko, what is the legacy that name is bringing? Because it's not even about saying, oh, I want a boy child. If you have a boy child and your legacy is rubbish, then what's the point? The boy will change his name. The daughter self will change their name. Your wife gone will be like, I'm husband, I don't want to be associated with you. So really and truly, it's about, the mentality that you have, the mindset that you have, knowing that, look, you cannot afford to be ignorant when it comes to things like this. Again, for the man, if you're a man listening to me right now, you're the one with the X and Y chromosome. You're the one who determines what the woman comes, what the baby, who determines the gender of your baby. Male is a Y chromosome because the woman only has the X chromosome. So if you're giving her the Y chromosome, you're definitely having a boy. If you're giving her the X chromosome, my brother, just no say now waiting you they produce finish. Just to round up that conversation, yes, Buki, you were speaking.
Okay, yes, I was just rounding up, just to conclude that and to hit it again, that number one, men, please, you've heard what Funmilayo said, don't stress your wife at all.
Mm-hmm.
You are the one that is bringing that chromosome that is going to make the egg, be a boy. You are the one. And it has nothing. I'm not sure research has said maybe position or environment or whatever it is, because at times they will come under that. And it has nothing, all this, the money, whatever. No. You can only pray to God who does that. You understand? You can only pray to God, because I know the power of prayers, that God give me this. But then
we have a call this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, Women Radio. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you over here in the studio. Please do well to call us back. 07000 917 917 or 9155 917 917. Those are the numbers to call. You can also call our toll-free line 0800 1235 917, or text us on 08155 917 917 or 0703 1756 537. Okay, let's move on to the next headline.
So let me just wrap up.
Okay, yes. Point. Oh, I beg your pardon. So sorry.
So I talked about the fact that even your name, you can make a difference by the names we have listed. And even if you don't, your children can actually do that. And you can actually vote you and your children. Who knew that the lady who runs Eventful is the daughter of Adebanjo? I mean, so let your legacy live, your DNA, let it run. That's what we are saying. Don't go and stress a woman that give me a man. Why? Why do you want a man? Why? Because you want your name to move on. A woman can actually let your name move on as well. So that's what we are saying today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Buki. So sorry that I totally thought that you were done. Okay, let's move to the next one. Dating the wrong person for you can ruin your life, not to talk of marrying them. I think this one is self-explanatory, but Buki, we have a call again. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Benjamin, please, can you unmute Women Radio, because we cannot hear the person speak. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, we've lost that call. Okay, let's go ahead. Dating the wrong person for you can ruin your life, not to talk of marrying them. Sometimes we allow our own sentiments, emotions, and investments block what God really has in store for us. Buki, what are your thoughts? Because this is something that we talk about regularly anyway on Women Radio, that look, whoever you're marrying can make or mar you in terms of your career, in terms of your goals. Was it not on Monday we talked about, having a career, not letting your dreams die? And yourself and Ibinaba had really talked about how your careers are soaring, you're pivoting to other things because you also have supportive partners. So Buki, before we go, what are your thoughts on this?
We are not going to shy away from that. We will say it, we call it the brutal fact. Whoever you marry will make you or mar you. Because marriage, or you entering into marriage institution, even if you say you have not signed the dotted line, you are doing a living arrangement, which I don't understand, and I don't go for it, right? Because that is not the intent.
You mean cohabitation, right?
Yes, yes, yes. You know, that's not the proper way of doing it. As a woman, you don't have a value, because a man should actually come and request, you know, of your hand in marriage from your family, depending on your culture, you know, and then they give the consent, and then you go ahead and sign the dotted line or do your traditional marriage, whatever you want to do, you know, and get it on. Yeah. So, but that's not the subject of the matter today. Yeah, we are looking at the fact that, can you be mad, or can you be made with your marriage arrangements or whatever it is? Oh yes, you can, because we have lots of examples. People enter into marriage with lots of dreams and things like that, but before they know what is happening, because they do not have a supportive husband, and because they do not know there are seasons and how to balance things up, you know, and how to cope, how to navigate, you know, that marriage institution, you know, and probably, aside from even having a supportive husband, you know, the kind of family, you know, they also get married into. All these things are factors that affect, you know, either you are going to be made or you are going to be mad. And importantly, even you yourself, because you are the pillar. You are the pillar. What do you want? You know, and if care is not taken, that pillar can begin to crack. That pillar can begin, you know, to be weakened, because you have allowed all kinds of forces, you know, to come on it. So what am I saying today is, as a woman, when you want to subscribe to this marriage institution, the first thing is, who are you? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? Yeah, it's not all the time that you get everything at the 30, whatever it is, but you have an idea. You have an idea of your next plan. You understand? So we're not saying have a whole plan of 20 years. Some do have it, you know, some do have it, but we're saying that, okay, in the short run, you want to marry. What's your plan for next year? What's your plan for 2 years' time? I mean, let us even start with the low-hanging fruit. This person you want to move into with, you want to have a covenant with, who is he? Is he ready to even support your dream? Do you even know his own dream? Does it, I mean, have you even sat down to discuss the way your home will be and how you are going to support one another? Because that's the error, you know, at times we make. We believe that everything will just work. We believe that, okay, God, there is nothing God cannot do. When God has given us a brain to plan. I mean, why did God give us a brain to plan? He gives us a brain to plan. He's only saying that I will also help you by the help of the Holy Spirit. And that is if you ask. If you don't ask, you understand? So the issue now is, how do we navigate all this? One, we've mentioned it to the ladies, that number one, if you want to make it in life, if you have dreams, if you have aspirations, apart from bearing Mrs., you know, there are some people, their lifelong ambition is, I just want to be Mrs. Let them just know me as Mrs. As if that is, as if that is why God made you.
God made you to be a Mrs.
God made you more than that.
Yes.
Honestly, He made you more than that. Then the next thing, yes, I mean, for procreation, because God also intends that, you know, the world will continue. You understand? So it's good when you are able to give back, even when you cannot give back. And let's say it. There are many people that you can adopt, because there are some children that don't have mothers. and they're looking for mothers. They're looking for fathers. We pray to God that everybody will experience, childbirth and all that. But hey, that does not mean that you cannot father, you cannot mother children. I know people that it is when you hear them to say that I actually adopted her, you will say, really? And somehow, they say, but the girl looks like you, or the boy looks like you.
Yes.
You understand? So
Yes.
that means that God is just a sweet God, that He knows how to do things. Right. And then next level now is, what do you want to do? I believe and I know that you are created for value. Everyone is created to take responsibility in one thing or the other, to affect lives. You understand? And how you affect lives matters. It differs. How Fumi is affecting life. She's in WFM. She's talking. She's engaging. She's dialoguing. That's how me. I'm here in my own space. Yeah, I mean, WFM. Yes, we are family. But I train. I coach. I mentor. Everybody does their own bit. Would you now say because you are married, you will not do anything? You just sit down. Yes, you will mother the children, you will nurse the children. But after what happens? Somebody will tell me that you can't do Omugo. Okay, after Omugo, what happens? Oh yeah, now. Or even before Omugo. Because Omugo does not come like that. You send the children to secondary school. So between that time and that time, at the end of the day, when they write your obituary, what do they want to write about you? Oh, she lived a good life. She gave back to children and grandchildren. Shikena, that's all. Nothing to say, oh, she was this, she was that. I mean, if I mention that, okay, she built an hospital, you say, is this everybody who is going to build an hospital? Okay, but they can also say, oh, in our community, she was known, as a place where you can have succor, where if you have issues, you can go and discuss with her or whatever it is, Oh, she was known to help entrepreneurs. She was known, to finance things. There are many things that one can do, that yes, marriage has helped. And lastly, just to also mention this, that to men, support your wife. Don't let anybody talk to you to say, do you know that your wife could have been more than this? But because of the way you managed her, look at it. And one thing that men do not realize, they probably think, some men, though not all, some men are very wise. They probably think their lives, they have full control of their lives. When you stop a woman from her dreams, maybe she wants to be a university lecturer. You stopped her from doing her master's. You stopped her from doing her PhD. You just said, let her just be there. Now, most universities, for you to lecture yourself, you must, I think you have your doctorate degree and whatever it is. And something happens to you along the line. You might not even die, but you are incapacitated. I mean, you probably stroke or anything can happen to you. And because you have denied her, she cannot now step into that role. Maybe she's built for that. That's her area of passion. That's her area, of influence. That, I mean, as a lecturer done or whatever it is, you are doing here, you are flying here, you are visiting professor here. You are making money, but because you have caught her, because of your short-sightedness, because I don't want to use the word wickedness, and of course ignorance. Anyway, ignorance.
Okay, let's call it what it is. It's wickedness.
Ignorance, they there. Ignorance, they there. You understand? And your short-sightedness, because you can't see beyond your nose, right? That a woman, if you really have values and you pick the right woman, that woman will not lord it over you. I'm telling you. It's possible because you pick the wrong woman, or you even pick the right woman. The way you manage the woman, you damage the woman. It's like somebody gives you a beautiful garden, and of course you did not tend it, you did not manage it. That garden is going to go into a forest. So we need to understand these things and put them in proper perspective so that our lives will be good. The children will even be happy. that, oh,
Yeah.
my mom, yes, that's my mom. Oh, that's my dad. Because you
Yeah.
see, anything can happen. The woman should be empowered and marry
Yes.
the right woman. Go for the
Yes.
right woman, not beauty.
Yes.
Beauty is good, but what is inside that woman? It's a big deal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Buki, for that. I mean, you said everything and even more. Like, what are you looking for when you're getting married to a person beyond the beauty? Beauty is good, though. Nobody
Beauty
wants to be
is
with
good.
someone who's on
Very good.
But there are more important things because beauty can fade away.
Yes.
Right? Like,
Someone can have accident. Someone
can have an accident.
Fire accident.
Yes, we don't pray for evil, but you also have to think about that. And like Buki rightly said, I don't want my wife to work, you have to also think about the future. If you're not there, if you die, what happens to your wife? What happens to the children? Because we've seen time and time again how family members come to take everything from their wife and they don't care about the children. So you have to be able to think about legacy. Again, linking to the first topic that we're talking about, what's the legacy that you're leaving behind? You should have immense pride and joy in the fact that your wife is accomplished, she has her own money, and she can take care of herself if you are not there. Not she calling you to say, I want to buy sanitary towel, I want to buy bra, I want to buy she should.
I want to buy grandma for the children. I want to buy
for the children. No, exactly. It's different if she's going through a phase where she doesn't have a job at that point in time, but you are willfully saying you don't want her progress, because that's what you're saying essentially. But anyway, thank you so much, Buki, for coming on the show today. As always, it's such a delight. We love the conversations that we have with you and the ladies.
Thank you. Let's have a beautiful weekend for those who will have a restful weekend, and for those who are the patrons, decorators. That's
yes,
Saturday, Saturday,
yes,
Sunday.
Yes,
happy making money. Happy making money.
Yes, sir. The next time we're going to be seeing it will be December. So see you in December. This is the last edition of Her Lens for the month of November. Remember that we are going to be going live with Report Her Awards by 3 o'clock. So join in the conversation as well. Do have a lovely weekend. Stick around with Women Radio. Bye. Goodbye.